Yeah.
So namaste everybody, and I'm very very happy to always collaborate with Dr. Nutan because what she's doing is very very good work, and as the times are going ahead, because internationally also I see a lot of people just stay on the surface level, skim level, and they don't want to go deep to understand yoga, Ayurveda from the roots of it. Hmm? And when you stay at that surface, then you are at a stage where you will never grow. You have to keep going and digging deeper, and that's why I also constantly keep learning. Even under her guidance, I keep enrolling for the courses, because I remember the line she always says, learning is healing. And it's very important to keep learning. And what she's doing is amazing. And we're very lucky that in India we still have such teachers. And I can tell you with my experience, there's no access outside. I'm teaching in other countries and different that. They don't have access, and what is existing is very shallow level with no depth and understanding in it. You see, so because of pandemic, at least people are turning towards more authenticity, which is very good. So, so we're lucky that we have such teachers and who are still at least rooted with the knowledge that was and is. So, taking back to the history, of yoga and Ayurveda, and rather I would say Sanatan Dharma, the times when everything was so pure, world was one. So the reason why, like I always question why in India we have all this, why do we keep saying Indian, Indian and feel so much about our ethnicity? It's not like that. It's the world was one. India is the only country which continued to practice the spiritual aspects. You see, it was always there in all religions, in all countries, everything was existent. Shiva was common for all, the word was one. There was no earthquake, there was no this thing. That Manthan, when it happened for the world. You see, so there was no division. So all these spiritual practices, whether it's chanting, whether it's Sanskrit, all of that was always there. And there was just one language of the world. Later, because of the separation with water, with earthquakes, and with times, etc., we separated as human beings. Civilizations happened, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So, the destruction happened, and we are now in a stage where again reunity of the consciousness level is happening. You know, and so having said that, I think very few places are left which are still in touch with what was there in those times, and India is one of them. So we are very lucky that we are belonging in this birth to this land, at least taken birth through some exposure. you know People work really hard to even get little exposure to this knowledge. Okay? So having said that, I'll just speak a little bit about why my passion of bhakti yoga is there so much. So I'm a kirtaner. I have a YouTube channel. Actually, I don't have much of yoga postures because wo sab sikhate hain. I do teacher training courses, yes, but my real love is for singing and chanting mantras and doing kirtans, and that's what actually brought me to Dubai. I'll let you know. I used to hold these satsangs and kirtans as a passion in a yoga studio in Bandra in Bombay. And in my most difficult times, I did that. And my mother said, "What, you're doing this? You're going through a difficult time. You're going through divorce and you're doing kirtan." I said, this gives me peace. This gives me, this happiness. My guru is with me. He's also in Bombay, and I've been learning music for quite some time, but with a very spiritual teacher. And he's only been teaching me mantras and only been teaching me about bhakti and how to use sound for healing and that. And I always just learned it because I'm so attached to my guru. In the last few years, when I've seen the power of it for myself and others, and how it's brought about healing, wisdom, viveka, discrimination, and so much more,